In the heart of the American West lies a place of unmatched beauty, towering pines, open skies, geysers that breathe steam into the wind. Yellowstone National Park is a place millions visit to find peace. But under this serenity lies something ancient, restless, and unimaginably powerful. It's not just a national treasure, it's one of Earth's most dangerous sleeping giants. Beneath the surface, Yellowstone holds a supervolcano so vast it could change the face of the planet. And while most visitors see boiling springs and roaming bison, few realize they're walking across a volcanic time bomb. One that, according to scientists, has started to stir. May 2025 was quiet on the surface. Tourists snapped photos at Old Faithful, wolves roamed Lamar Valley, and steam rolled off Biscuit Basin like always. But underground, something had shifted. By the end of the month, the U.S. Geological Survey recorded 119 earthquakes inside Yellowstone. Most were small, barely felt, but one, a magnitude 2.7 near Yellowstone Lake on May 26th, stood out. More alarming? The quakes weren't random. They came in clusters, or swarms. There were 3 separate swarms in May alone, each lasting several days. For scientists, that wasn't surprising. Yellowstone has always been one of the most seismically active places in North America. But it wasn't just the shaking. On May 31st, just days after a temporary webcam was installed at Black Diamond Pool in Biscuit Basin, something erupted. Not lava, not ash, but a violent hydrothermal explosion, a sudden blast of superheated water that shot 20 feet into the air. This wasn't the first time. The same pool exploded in 2024, damaging boardwalks and stunning park visitors. Hydrothermal explosions are Yellowstone's silent wildcards. They come without warning, no magma involved, just boiling water trapped in the earth, violently venting through weak rock. They may seem minor, but in the wrong spot, at the wrong time, they can kill. So when it happened again in 2025, and this time on camera, scientists didn't just take notes, they raised flags. Something deeper was happening. In April 2025, a team of geoscientists made a breakthrough that reshaped everything we thought we knew about Yellowstone. Using tiny man-made tremors, controlled seismic waves, they mapped the volcanic plumbing beneath the park more precisely than ever before. What they found wasn't magma rushing upward. It was subtler, stranger. Roughly 3.5 to 4 kilometers underground sat a dense layer of partially molten rock, now called a magma cap. Think of it like the valve on a pressure cooker. Instead of sealing in pressure, it slowly releases it, letting gases vent little by little rather than all at once. That's critical, because it may explain why Yellowstone, despite its fiery past, hasn't erupted in 640,000 years. The discovery, published in Nature, confirmed a long-standing theory. Yellowstone breathes, slowly, deliberately, and for now, safely. It's not dormant, not dead, just regulated. But here's the catch. If that system changes, if pressure starts building faster than it can release, the outcome won't be a geyser show. It'll be a disaster. To understand why Yellowstone's activity matters, you have to look back. Way back. Over the last 2.1 million years, Yellowstone has erupted, really erupted, 3 times. Each of those was a super eruption, meaning it ejected over 1,000 cubic kilometers of material. To put that in perspective, Mount St. Helens in 1980 ejected about 1 cubic kilometer. The last big one, known as the Lava Creek eruption, happened 640,000 years ago. It blasted out so much ash and debris, the entire central portion of Yellowstone collapsed, leaving behind the Yellowstone caldera, a crater 45 miles wide. Since then, the park has experienced dozens of smaller eruptions, mostly lava flows and hydrothermal blasts. Nothing apocalyptic, but enough to remind scientists this beast isn't finished. Yellowstone still holds the largest active hydrothermal system on Earth. Nearly 10,000 geysers, springs, mud pots, and steam vents. Everyone powered by the molten rock just beneath the crust. That heat has shaped the land for millennia, and it's still shaping it today. Yellowstone doesn't sleep. It moves. Every year, the park registers 700 to 3,000 earthquakes. Most are small, some too weak to feel, but they matter because they show Yellowstone's heartbeat. And when that rhythm changes, scientists pay attention. Unlike most places, Yellowstone's quakes often come in swarms. Hundreds of mini quakes rattling one area over a few days. They're usually caused by underground fluid movement, not magma, meaning they're noisy but not dangerous. Still, there have been some exceptions. In 1985, over 3,000 quakes rocked Yellowstone in 3 months. In 2010, another 1,600 hit in 2 weeks. And in 2014, a standalone magnitude 4.8 tremor, the strongest in 30 years, struck near Norris Geyser Basin. None of these caused surface damage, but all of them reminded scientists Yellowstone is alive. Today, the park is monitored by the Yellowstone Seismic Network, operated by the University of Utah and the USGS. With 50-plus sensors, it watches everything: quakes, gas levels, ground movement, even low-frequency sounds humans can't hear. And lately, it's been busy. Beneath Yellowstone's surface, another threat lurks. It doesn't shake the ground, it doesn't explode, it simply rises silently. Each year, Yellowstone releases around 60 tons of helium-4, a gas so old it predates life itself. Trapped in ancient rock for over 2 billion years, it's now escaping thanks to Yellowstone's intense heat and fractured crust. Helium-4 isn't dangerous, but it's a clue. Its presence proves Yellowstone's deep crust is still active, still venting gases from the oldest parts of Earth's interior. More concerning are gases like carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and sulfur dioxide. In open air, they're harmless. But in still valleys or cold, windless nights, they can pool and suffocate. That's not just theory. In 1897, bears were found dead in a place called Death Gulch, likely killed by trapped gases. In 2004, 5 bison were found dead near Norris Basin, killed the same way. No humans have died this way in Yellowstone, but it's happened in other volcanic regions around the world. So scientists monitor gas emissions constantly, watching for changes in volume or composition that might suggest magma is rising. So far, the data is stable, but the danger remains. Let's get one thing straight. Yellowstone is not about to erupt. The chance of a full-scale super eruption in any given year? Around 0.14%. That's low, but not zero. And if it ever did happen, the consequences would be global. Ash would blanket entire states. Sunlight would dim. Temperatures could drop. Air travel, food chains, and global health would all be affected. Some estimates suggest an evacuation of up to 200 million people could be required. Not because of lava, but because of air, food, and infrastructure collapse. But again, that's not happening today or tomorrow. In fact, the magma cap discovered in 2025 gives scientists more confidence than ever that Yellowstone can manage its own pressure. For now. So, is Yellowstone a peaceful wonder? Or a ticking time bomb? Maybe it's both. A place where life and destruction share the same roots. Where the earth breathes and we listen. And maybe that's the point. The giant isn't gone, it's waiting, watching, shifting beneath our feet. So, are we paying attention? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.